Hello, welcome to Beautiful People. My name is Donna Kakonge. Our guest for today is Max Shallwani, a computer guru and also the manager of HEDA, International Institute for Development, which is going to be having workshops in December of this year. So the first thing I'd like to do is to introduce all the audience for today about what Beautiful People is all about. Beautiful People is a show that brings together beautiful people doing beautiful things. It's as simple as that. So we're going to start off the show with Max Shallwani, and then we're going to continue to discuss some of the projects that I'm working on, and you'll get to know me as your host, and also find out when the next show will be for September 7th. So thank you for joining us today. And also, Max, thank you for joining us too today.
Thank you very much.
So Max, let me know, I understand that you're really into computers and you're really into, you're basically a computer guru as well as head International Institute for Development. We'll get to that later. The first thing I wanted to ask you is, now I know that you're what's known as an immigrant to Canada. You're a new Canadian, right? So how did you train back home for where back home is for you in computers?
Yes, I have graduated from my back home in masters in physics and computers, and then I got the chance to apply for a Canadian immigration. After Canadian immigration, the process was going on, and I thought that when I'll be in Canada, I'll take the opportunity for my computers field. But when I arrived here, on the first interview questions, they were asking me about Canadian qualification and Canadian experience, which I didn't have. Then I did my diploma here, 1-year diploma with all these difficulties to survive with my family. And then
what were you living on at that time?
Yeah, at
that
financially,
time, what were you
financially
living on?
It was very difficult for me.
Yes.
But then I graduated, and then I was also instructor in some of the institutes. Which I was facilitating, like as a voluntary worker.
Okay.
Then I found the opportunity to find the job in HETA Institute as a training manager.
That's great.
Yeah, so now it is like in HETA Institute also, the process is little bit slow because of the recession, and Canadian government, they don't apply visa to the people who are professional from overseas. They find the time that they said that at least they should apply 6 weeks before the workshops or seminars. So it's very difficult for us to run the business also in HETA Institute. But still we are keeping in touch with these delegates, and also we are trying to improve our qualities. Like it is already our head office is in New York, and we are doing the business there. But the thing which is very surprising is when they apply for New York workshop, they get visa easily from America. But in Canada, when they apply, there are some process that they go through after, and then they give the visa to our delegates. So that is the problem.
Wow. So what does HEDA have to offer? What does HEDA offer? Now, I know what HEDA offers because I've actually done workshops for HEDA. But to let the audience know, what does HEDA offer? What kind of workshops do they offer?
We offer the financial management, team leadership, and human resources, also computers, which is my field. I give them the training for computers also. And we have various well-placed professors and facilitators. They are also serving well in their institutions. So we offer them all these things, and after the completion, we give them the certificates and with brand new laptop computers. Also, there is an overview of all the Canadian sites and all these site tours, so that they can, when they return to their home, they can also train their people and professionals about their fields, what they have learned from Canada.
And people come from all over the world too.
All over the world, but especially from developing countries, mostly African countries.
Right.
But now we are also focusing on Asian countries, like countries like India, Pakistan, Sri Lanka, Bangladesh, China, Japan. So now it's taking little bit. We are having some difficulties, but it will take time.
What do you think, after you've told me, and I am aware of what HEDA has to offer, what do you think is really the problem with the Canadian government giving visas to foreign professionals to attend HEDA?
That is the problem. I don't know, when I communicated with the Abuja Nigerian Canadian government embassy, they said that there is a process time of between 6 to 8 weeks, so you can tell or you can write your professionals or the secretary level. They are well placed in their managerial, secretarial and directorial positions. So
the delegates.
The delegates,
back
the
home.
delegates back home when they apply here. So right now, like when they apply for America, in their mind there is a thing that they will get same visa status in Canada. But in Canada, it's very difficult to get visa. They do all the scrutinies and criminal record check and all these things. That's why it's getting little bit difficult.
Wow, my goodness.
But it is also affecting the Canadian economy, because when they are coming here in Canada, they are coming here to improve the economy also with their foreign exchange and all these things.
With everything from jobs.
Everything from jobs.
Yes, to spending money when they're here.
Even, like shopping and traveling and all these things.
Exactly.
But I don't know what is I don't know. I cannot say anything about this thing. Maybe there are some issues with them. That's why.
Now, let me just ask you a question. I just asked this to see, exactly, maybe get more of a sense of what could be going on here with the visas. Say, for example, these delegates were coming from the United States, right? Do you think they actually would be having as many problems getting visas to come to Canada?
No, they will not get any problem to come to Canada. But I don't know, when the people they are applying from third world countries or especially developing countries, Canadian government is little bit strict.
Okay, I see. Okay, now let's start talking about your computer skills, your computer knowledge, and focusing on your business, because I know you do a lot of business on your own time, and in terms of your computer services. So let me know more about the computer services that you offer to other people, and let the audience know as well.
Yeah, I also train the people who are little bit like they are not so much experience in computers. So I train them, and also there are different type of Microsoft Office packages which are I teach in advanced from intermediate to advanced level, not beginners level.
Okay.
Because beginners level every person knows, even children, they are in the grade 8 or grade 9, they also know about these things. But I teach them Microsoft Office, all the packages from intermediate to advanced level, also the graphical packages, desktop publishing packages.
Great.
And also
Visio as well? Wow, that's fantastic.
And also I do the technical support if there is a problem with their computers. I also fix them, hardware side or software side. Wonderful. Even there are viruses and all these malware softwares and all these things, I remove them.
That's fantastic. Can you build a computer?
I can. Yeah,
Wow,
I can also
fantastic.
build a computer
Like
because
like
when
what kind of computer? Like the kind of computer that's like like a MacBook
desktop,
Pro. Okay.
desktop or
Okay.
MacBook, because I when I started my computer training, I
Hmm.
started with Macintosh.
Okay, I see. I
So
see. That
yeah,
was that's your nickname, Max,
that is
right?
my
Yeah, yeah,
nickname.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
that's right.
Right.
But I am comfortable with all Macintosh environment and
Hmm.
also PC, IBM PC or all these computers.
Wow, that's
And
great.
I've updated
Linux
all.
as well.
Yeah,
That's great. Wow, wow.
I have little bit problem with Unix, but I'm comfortable with Unix,
Hmm.
Linux, and all
Hmm.
these Windows
Okay.
operating systems and Mac operating system.
So I can imagine you must have to do a lot of reading, and the reason why I say this is because I teach as well as do a number of other things, and I find like a lot of the teaching that I've done has been in journalism and communications in that area, and I often have to read up a lot in that area. I must imagine with computers, as it's constantly changing all the time, like the technology is always changing, you must have to do a lot of reading.
Yeah, lots of reading and online like
Searching.
searching,
Yes,
because
yes.
when I started my career in computers, it was Windows 95, then
Mm-hmm.
Windows 98, then
Yes,
2000, then XP. Now it is Windows 7. So I am
exactly.
keeping update my computer skills also in
Mm-hmm.
Mac's environment and also
Mm-hmm.
in PC environment.
Wow.
Otherwise, you cannot survive.
Yeah, exactly.
Technology is changing day by day, and it is
Exactly.
you have to update your
That must
skills.
cost a lot of money right there. Like, do you buy the books or do you go to the library and get the
And
books or like.
library also, and
Mm-hmm.
also online searching.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay. And I know you teach as well. Tell me about the teaching that you're doing.
I'm teaching all these things which previously I spoke, that Microsoft Office from
Mm-hmm.
intermediate to advanced level,
Mm-hmm.
graphical packages, and
Mm-hmm.
DTP, desktop publishing packages.
Okay, okay. That sounds great. That
Yeah.
sounds great.
And one of the institute where I was teaching, there were lots of institute like Costi for immigrants, and
Mm-hmm.
also
Oh, you taught
in
at
our.
Costi.
Yes, I taught.
Wow, that's fantastic.
Yeah, I was in, but right now
And
because
COSI,
of
by the
my,
way, just for people who don't know what that is, COSI, what does that stand for again? COSI, I know it's an
it's for
immigration. It's
immigrants.
for
Immigrants,
immigrants.
they train the people who
Hmm.
are well placed in their organizations, also
Right,
back home, and
right,
now they want to start getting started to their professional career in Canada. So they
right.
come here in Costi. So
Exactly,
there I teach them.
exactly. Great.
And also there was Heritage Skills Development (HSDC), where
That's
I was
great.
also in. It is in
That's with the federal
Scarborough.
government.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
is with federal government,
Mhm.
and their
Mhm.
office is in Toronto, Scarborough.
Mhm.
So I was also
Mhm.
teaching there.
That's
Then
great.
I had many other responsibilities like training manager at Tata Institute. So I
Mhm. Mhm.
told them that now I could
Mhm.
find the time,
Wow, that's great. So have you found now that you do have Canadian experience, do you find it's easier to get work?
especially not in Toronto.
Oh,
In
really?
Toronto, there are
Mm-hmm.
different communities and lots of
Mm-hmm.
people. When they migrate here,
Mm-hmm.
they come here and they think that in Toronto we will be settled very easily.
Right.
But in Toronto, you have to keep updated your skills. Also,
Mm-hmm.
you can get
Mm-hmm.
certifications.
Mm-hmm.
Then you will
Mm-hmm.
find a job.
Okay, I see. And you had mentioned that you did a diploma before. Where did you do that diploma? Which school?
Diploma from Toronto College of Technology.
Okay,
Yeah.
sounds good. Sounds good. Okay,
And
excellent.
also, in when I was,
And you have a
I
master's degree.
yeah, and then
Right.
when I presented my resume, I
Mm-hmm.
said that I want to do this diploma course.
Mm-hmm.
They said that you are well experienced, so why you are taking the diploma? I said
Right.
because I don't have any Canadian qualification. They
Mm-hmm.
said that okay, you can start with your career.
Mm-hmm.
You can start like a diploma, doing the
Mm-hmm.
diploma,
Mm-hmm.
and
Mm-hmm.
also you can teach our lots of students. So I said, okay,
Oh,
I'll do it
fantastic.
voluntarily. So
Wow.
and from that period, I started my career for Canadian experience
Oh,
as a
that's
voluntary
fantastic. So you took
instructor.
classes and got paid to
Yeah,
teach.
yeah,
Oh, that's great. My goodness. Wow, that really worked out well.
yeah. That worked out because I got the experience, and also I was getting my diploma. I was doing my diploma also.
So then
So
where exactly did you go right after that? After you were teaching at the
in
technology
same
school
Toronto
and then
College, same Toronto College of Technology, I was also instructor and also teaching the students for A
wow.
plus hardware and software.
Fantastic.
So, but that was voluntary
Wow. Oh, okay.
because I
Okay. I
wanted to
see.
get the
I see.
experience.
To get the experience.
To get the
Okay. I see. And
experience.
so, is this something? What would you recommend? I mean, your story kind of tells a certain tale, but like maybe there's certain things that you wish you had done, or so certain things you wish you had done differently. What would you recommend for newcomers to Canada, and how best to set themselves up to have all the things that they wish they want to have?
I think newcomers, when they are coming here, they are already well placed in their organizations and also they are well trained. When they come here in Canada, they have already got the education and experience. But when they arrive in Canada, the Canadian government or any organization, when they apply there, they ask for the Canadian experience and qualification. So it's better to upgrade their knowledge and experience here also in Canada, and also they get certification and they will find a job easily.
Okay, that sounds great. That's great. So there is some promise, basically.
So yeah,
There is some promise. There is some
yeah.
probably, which is why many people do come here.
It
So
depends
that's
upon the
great.
luck also. Some people,
Yes.
my friends and my colleagues here in Canada, they are living in Mississauga.
Right.
They said that we have not got any qualification and we got good jobs in good organizations.
Wow.
Like without any experience, without any
Wow. Wow.
qualification.
So
So
maybe that's a
sometimes,
sense of timing as
yeah,
well,
sense of
too.
timings or
Yeah.
also the luck. Luck
Yeah.
supports them.
Exactly. Luck
Yeah.
too. Yeah. 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 Excellent. Okay. So Max, is there anything that I haven't asked you that we can explore?
No, I think that you have asked many.
That
Yeah,
you're happy with
my
everything. Okay,
yeah,
great.
and also
Okay.
about the Hatta
Yes,
Institute. Like
please.
in Hatta Institute, we are doing the training process, and also like I've shown you my website. Our website is
Yes, I'm hoping
yeah.
we can
If you
get to
can,
the website right now and
yeah,
and take a tour through it.
yeah.
Okay, so this is this website here is the HEDA International Institute for Development. It's has English and French. Their headquarters is in New York, as Max has said. And if you click here, underneath here, if you're ever anybody in the world who's interested in being a delegate with HEDA International with HIID, you click on the schedule, and this will let you know all the different things that they offer, all the different courses, the dates and times, and all of that. If you want to know the different training locations, I know I'm going through it quite quickly. I should actually sort of scroll through that a little bit easier for those of you who can see that. And then if you click here, for training location, okay, so you'll get a sense, see it there, the head office is in New York, and there's also a country office right here in Toronto where we're based right now. They show beautiful people, and then in Nigeria is also an office as well. So that and that will let you know a little bit more about HEDA, and you just click there to go back to the the main page. Now, Max, say if anybody, do you offer private lessons for people that want to learn about computers and maybe some online teaching and things like that for people that want to learn about computers? Like there's all kinds of ways of doing that, like through Google Hangout or Skype or VC and all these different online programs that you can teach people online or even personally as well, face to face, that happen to be in the Greater Toronto area. Do you have contact information that you'd like to share with?
Yes, I can share my contact
Okay,
information.
great.
There's my email address is maxshell@gmail.com. They can contact with me, and I can give them all the training process. And if they want to, after getting trained, and then they can apply for their licenses from the government organizations or even
Right.
Microsoft.
Right.
Because when I teach them, we give them I especially give them all the training process and all the exams details that they will, how the papers will be conducted.
Right.
And then after that they can apply for CompTIA or Microsoft certifications, and they can pass it easily.
That sounds great because I mean, computers is a great field to get into as well.
Yeah, and you have to keep updated.
Yeah,
Keep-
absolutely.
yeah.
Absolutely.
Every time the technology, every time it is changing, and so you
Yes.
have to update it.
Yes, absolutely. Okay, so I'm just gonna repeat Max's email address again. So that's maxshall@gmail.com.
M-
Spelled MACSHALL at gmail.com.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, at gmail.com. Okay. And I guess you can also be contacted through HETA as well.
So
If
as
somebody
HETA, yeah.
were to go
From
on the
HETA
site
check, yeah.
and email you from the site, they would be able to reach you as well.
Yeah, that would
Yes,
be also
yes. Okay, great. Okay. All right. So why don't we take a bit of a break? We'll take about 2, 3, 5 minute break, and we'll be back. I'm going to be talking about some of the things I'm involved in, such as some great back to school books, a book of mine that I have coming out in October of this year, and the book launch, a book from last year that you just can pick up right now, and some other things showing you some of my website stuff, and then we'll wrap up and I'll let you know when the next show will be on the air, so for September 7th. And Max, thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
It was nice to be here.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, all right. So be back. Hi, everyone. Welcome back to Beautiful People. Now I'm going to take a moment to let you know more about what I do and some of the things I do. The first site I'm going to show you is my Donna Kakonge book site, online bookstore. And this is one of the books from that site. And it's School Works and Other Essays. I know it's back to school for a lot of people. So this is one of the books of a series of books. There's also other school works books. You'll see them on the site. Also another book called Yes, School Works. And they're a book of essays that I wrote during my undergrad, my master's degree, and I'm also doing my PhD at OISE University of Toronto. And so I'm just going to show you one of my books. This is the website here, the online store. And I'm just going to scroll through it here so that you can see some of the books that are available. These are all books that I've basically self-published, and some of you may be into self-publishing yourself. If you would be interested in having a self-publishing consultant, please feel free to contact me, and that's something that I could certainly help you with. I've self-published 42 books, and so I do know what I'm doing. This is lulu.com. So I'm just going to search this here, and this book, How to Write Creative Nonfiction, is definitely by far my best-selling book. You'll notice here that I get it for a little cheaper because that's the way self-publishing works. So if you wanted a cheaper price on the book, you can contact me directly, and I can make sure that you receive a more discounted price than what's there for the book. But then there's also shipping costs and that kind of thing, so we'd have to work that out. But this book is definitely by far my bestseller, and that was written back in 2006. And then I have a number of other books associated to writing as well. Now, as well, I'll show you my website. This is my official website, and you enter the site. A woman named Andrea Mitchell did it at Seneca College. I was teaching at Seneca College, and they had a great program for the professors there to have professors get a chance to get their websites done by students. And she's no longer a student, Andrea Mitchell. She's working with a website for the Radisson hotels. But this is just sort of an overview page here on my main website. Talks about things coming up that I'm doing. This is my work page. These are the covers of my books, as well as just some titles of other books as well. Now, some of them I'll show that some people may be interested in, with some back to school stuff. This is the education generation. Try not to go through this too quickly. There's also a novel here. Click on it again. A novel here that deals with interracial relationships, and as well. These are journalism stories collections, collection of 5 years of journalism work that I did. I used to work with the CBC a long time ago, Canadian Broadcasting Corporation. This book, What Happened to the Afro, is a book that that is basically a adaptation of my master's thesis that I did on the politics of black hair. And this book, which is kind of expensive because it's got pretty pictures in it, is my story of transportation. Drove here in my Volkswagen, and I've already shown you how to write creative nonfiction. Some of the other books that have sold pretty good is In My Pocket. Talks about situations that I've had where financially bad situations that I turned into financially good, and as well radio and television announcing. I taught that topic in the past, so there's a book about that. If you're into psychic stuff, into psychic and numerology and all that kind of stuff, I have a series of books on that as well. And this book leads to the Best of Donna magazine. I'll be showing you Donna magazine in a moment. So there's a number of books here, some old romance books too, if you're into romance. So there's a number of different books. Here's a book called My Mind Book, which is a book about kind of, talking about things you want in life and making them a reality. Now, the books I'm going to focus on now is first, a Totally Unknown Writers collection, Totally Unknown Writers Festival collection of 2011. There'll be another one coming out soon for 2012, and I wrote a story called Lizard in the Backyard, and so this is where it is on the Life Rattle Press, which is a traditional publisher, and you can buy it right online. And as well, I have another book. I'm just going to take a moment to come back online here, back on TV, and show you the cover of this is How to Talk to Crazy People, which deals with challenges with mental illness. This is the cover design that I got from my editor Lori Callis recently, and it's quite cool. It's gonna be like a fold out cover. Trust me, this is not all you get for what you will pay for the book, and there's actually contents inside, so turned out to be a great color. The launch is in October of this year, and it'll be available on the Life Rattle website after that as well. So now we'll get to Donna magazine. Donna magazine is my online magazine that I've had since 2007, and so the cover that I just showed you is also shown there, as well as funding that I'm hoping to have for this show, Beautiful People. Since Beautiful People, I'm not necessarily looking to make a profit from this show, but to basically pay for the studio expense. And as you can see, this is a beautiful studio, so of course it needs to be rented. Now for that campaign, you could go to, there's a link on my site, and this is the Indiegogo campaign. Unfortunately, I have no one who's contributed yet, but please make that different as of today. And so 82 days left for the campaign, and you can contribute here. I have some information when I was on Liquid Lunch, which is Hugh Riley, who's the technician of today's show, is the host of Liquid Lunch with thatchannel.com, and so that's one of the funding campaigns. Another funding campaign is just exclusively for Donna magazine, and again, no funding yet, but 70 days left, and hoping to get some funders for Donna magazine, because actually the average blogger, which is also one way that people can see the online blog blogs. This is powered by WordPress. Makes about $17,000 a year, which is why I have my funding campaign at about $17,000. But I've not made much money from this at all in 5 years. So this has been a real labor of love. So I'm hoping my labor of love can start to pay me back here. So to be brutally honest. So some of the other interesting things about this site is that I can tell your story as well. I have a link for how you can contact me if you'd like me to tell your story. I also offer writing classes as well, and you can contact me about that. I also offer them online, and so those are some of the services that I offer. And so that pretty much shows you everything that I have to show. Funding campaigns, okay, so and then getting back to the site, and then as well on my official site, these are some of the places where I teach. OISE, University of Toronto, actually the OISE Student Success Center, which is absolutely fantastic, and I'm doing my research, dissertation research at OISE, and I'm also teaching part-time with Yorkville University, which will start next year, but I did some course development with that this year. So, and then my resume is also online, so if you'd like to know a bit more about me, so my resume is there, and it's long, but it's detailed up to a certain point, so it's of my life. So plus my publications are on there, and the courses that I've taught, which also extends the length of the resume. So that's pretty much everything. Now let's start talking about when the next show of Beautiful People will come on, and you can also make it a reality to make sure that there are more shows of Beautiful People that will happen either by fundraising or contacting to book a studio. Please keep in mind that guests from all over the world can be part of this show. You can be Skyped in as well. There are the facilities in the studio to Skype you in to promote your services the way Max did. I think Max did a fantastic job, and thank you again, Max, for being on the show. The next show on September 7th, Matunda Nyanchama, who is the publisher of Insemia Inc. Publishers, which is an African-Canadian publisher, will be here with us. One of the more famous books that have come out of his publishing house is Till I'm Laid to Rest by Garfield Ellis, excuse me, and it's an absolutely fantastic book about a young woman named Shirley, who's named Shirley Temple from her parents, and she's from Jamaica, and she has these big American dreams, and the novel just gets very interesting after that. So I'll leave it at that and leave it up to Matunda to tell you more about the kind of books that they do. So they focus mainly on fiction and some academic work. So thank you so much for being part of Beautiful People today. And if you'd like to be a part of Beautiful People, feel free to contact me. You have my website now, DonnaKakonge.com. You can contact me from that site. My email is right there, also even right on my resume, both email addresses that you can reach me at. Well, the Gmail one, and you can also reach me at Simpatico, which is DKAKONGE@simpatico.ca. So you can also reach me at that email address as well. And again, my website is main website where you can find everything else that I'm doing is Donna, DONNA, Kakonge, KAKONGE.com. So all right, so I look forward to seeing all of you on September 7th. And don't forget to watch the other great programming with thatchannel.com.